In October 2010, the U.S. government authorized Russia to purchase Uranium-1, which controls 20% of the U.S. uranium. Sort of a bizarre decision in the first place. Here's the Clinton connection with it. She was also on that board.
Right.
And only 4 months before this decision was made, Bill Clinton got $500,000 for a speech in Russia, and guess who paid for that speech? The Renaissance Capital, an entity made up of foreign Russian intelligence officers who were touting the stock Uranium-1.
Is Victoria Tensing on the program in November. She's the lawyer for the whistleblower on the Uranium-1 case as well. We're going to bring in Sarah Carter, Fox News contributor and investigative journalist, who's also all over this. So we're learning now of an indictment in the Uranium-1 case of an executive charged with bribing a Russian official. What do you know, and what does it mean?
Well, Mark Lambert, he's 54 years old. After he left Transportation Logistics International, remember, this is the company that he and Darren Condrey, the other person that was indicted in this case, American connected to this company, this was the company that would move the uranium that was imported into the United States. And they bribed the Russians, and they worked with the Russians to get all of these contracts. Now, think about this. Mark Lambert, this is his history. He's a U.S. Navy veteran. He served in Operation Desert Storm, Desert Shield, and when he came back from the military, he was an Arabic linguist. He became a U.S. intelligence analyst. Here we have a U.S. intelligence analyst now being indicted for bribing the Russians and working with the Russians to move uranium inside the United States that was being imported from Russia. I mean, the national security implications of this case so far exceed what the charges are. It's incredible.
Sarah, when we listened to Victoria as she set up this segment, Victoria Tensing, in that soundbite, she laid out this sort of quid pro quo, pay-to-play idea involving the Clinton Foundation. We now know there is an FBI investigation into pay-to-play within the Clinton Foundation, that being led out of the FBI office down in Arkansas and Little Rock. Are they looking specifically into this? Are they looking into other things? Connect this indictment to that investigation for us.
I think they're looking at everything, Leland. They're looking at the entire Clinton Foundation dealings. Look, there were 5 FBI field offices, from what I was told, that were involved in the Clinton Foundation. The Clinton Foundation case was never actually shut down within the FBI. The fact that the Little Rock office now is interviewing a very credible witness that has information on what we believe is pay-to-play and the Clintons' involvement in a lot of these different scandals is significant. What I want to know is the Miami office, the New York office, the Chicago office, I've been told, are they also investigating? That's very important because, remember, it's not just about the Uranium-1 case. There was the case regarding Haiti and the money that was, probably mishandled or misused in Haiti. We know that the Haitian people have been up in arms over what happened after the 2010 earthquake, that barely a fraction of the $13.3 billion that was actually donated ever got to them. So we really want to look at everything here, and we don't know what the FBI is actually looking at because, of course, that's classified. They're keeping that very close hold. The fact that we don't know that the Little Rock office is questioning people is very significant because it means that they have researched this investigation, and we'll just have to see how far it goes.
Well, Sarah, Devin Nunes, the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, has reportedly told some colleagues of his in the House that he has evidence of abuse of the government surveillance program. What are we going to learn this coming week about that?
Rachel, I think this is huge because Devin Nunes had the ability and has had the ability right now to look at all of what they call the 302s. That's the FBI interviews with witnesses. So what he has seen has raised such alarm bells. It's raised such alarm bells that he has seen an extensive abuse of these FISA warrants. Look, every time I talk to someone overseas, if I call someone in Pakistan, if I call someone in Germany, if a congressional member, a senator, anybody calls someone overseas, that's all collected. That's all kept and stored. What the unmasking of an American requires so much more. You can't just unmask Americans. You can look at the conversation possibly if it's a foreigner, but you can't just say, hey, I want to unmask this person for no reason. You have to have reason to unmask. That means that there's been a crime committed or something of that nature. And I think what he's seen is extensive abuse, and I want to know who those witnesses are that the FBI interviewed, because I think that's going to be very telling.
And it just feels like it's building and building, almost unfolding or unraveling, depending on your perspective. Do you expect more headlines this week?
Yes, Pete, I expect really significant headlines. I expect we're going to find out a lot, and I'm concerned. And I think the American people deserve to know the truth. There needs to be some kind of restructuring. We need to overhaul what's going on here. Remember, Rand Paul says that he's going to try to filibuster the, FISA 702 is up for reauthorization in the Senate. It passed the House. He says he's going to try to filibuster it. Look, it's a necessary tool for our intelligence community, but it should not be abused, and we need to know the truth if it was.
Well, it's a federal crime to mislead a
That's right.
judge to get a warrant like that. So thank you,
Absolutely.
Sarah. Thank you so much for joining us and filling us in.
Thank you.
You got it. Turning now.